Okay, so picking up from where I left off, like I said, you can always drag and drop materials and it'll take the texture from that material that you drop on. You can always start from scratch by clicking a fill layer, selecting a color. For example, let's say you want a certain red in it. Let's say next you go with a darker hue, maybe something like that, and maybe you want to blend them. So for example, there you go. Or normal, change your mind. This one, take it to the top and multiply it then. Gives it a little. You start custom making your own colors, your own materials. That's the good thing about Substance. You're limitless to whatever your imagination lets you. Okay, but I don't like to, you know, to me that's takes too long. So what I like to do, I like to take a little shortcut. So I jump into Photoshop. I do a 1080 by 1080. Okay, so I'm gonna select custom, set it to 300 resolution. Okay, this gives me a perfect square. Okay, like I said, you attack each project differently. For this particular one, since it's a simple crate, this is the way that I like to handle it. Now I go to Google, I simply type in the word wood. Okay, a bunch of images come up. I choose one. I like this one right here. Okay, I don't have to work that hard. So now I just right click. Okay, copy image. Go back into Photoshop and paste it. There we go. Now what we do here, we want to make this tileable. Okay, so we don't want those little half parts. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and just to make it a little easier on myself, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and cut that out. So it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Close enough. Same thing for the bottom. Just want to get rid of that half. Okay, delete. Okay, so now all you do is transform. Oh, it's not the correct size. Okay, let's see what it looks like. If it's the correct. Okay, I like it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just shrink it down to where it's that size right there. I'll go ahead and hit enter, and I'm gonna go ahead and again delete those little extra parts. So delete. A little bit more. Delete. Control D lets you deselect. Zoom out. Zooming out is I'm doing Control minus and Control plus for zooming in and zooming out. Okay, so now if you select your layer, Control T, it lets you move it around. Holding down Shift lets you move it straight down. Okay, hit enter. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this layer. Control T, and I'm gonna go ahead and move it straight up to right there. That's where it lines up, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Hit enter. I'm going to select the cube once to delete any excess over here. And I'm going to do a Control J. Okay, Control J. So now I'm working on this layer here. Okay, I can turn off the other two. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. I need to select both of these okay, and do a Control E. You merge both of them, okay? Now I can use my marquee tool and select my square. There we go. Perfect. Now I can do Control J, and now I can actually take the little eye icon off the bottom one, and it'll give me this perfect square. Now again, like I said, we don't want those little halves, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in one last time, and one more. No, too far. Okay, and again, just delete what I don't want. Okay, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Control D, deselects. Okay, now here's what I do next. Select my layer, Control T, and all I'm gonna do is just expand that a little bit. So, oh, there we go. Holding Shift lets you manipulate just that one side without actually going outside the square. And okay, there I have it. Now, I'm not a big fan for pattern, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some stuff just so I can get rid of that pattern there. Okay, so I'm going to work with, where's my clone? Okay, my clone tool. Again, zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to increase the size of my brush. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the size. You can always increase the opacity or decrease the opacity as well, or the size of your brush right here. Okay. Now I'm going to select probably from here. I need a bigger brush. There we go. I'm gonna hold down Alt, select my target, and now I'm gonna copy. Let's put the opacity down to maybe down to 40%. And I'm just gonna simply stroke over it. Just enough to get rid of that. Okay, maybe hold down Alt here, give it a little once over. Oh, didn't like it. Hold down Alt here, give it a little extra. Put it down to maybe 25. Oh, that's 50 to 25. Just enough. Change. Okay, there we go. That was pretty much the only big noticeable piece. From there, it's fine. Okay. Um. Okay. So in this video, I'm gonna leave it short. I see that it's already at 9 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. In the next video, I'm gonna take it a step further in here. We can jump it into Substance.